Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 6th of December. It is around about 1:45 lunchtime here in London, UK. And I am with fellow board member of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles, Bill Sarubbi, who is over in Vienna, Austria, where they're an hour ahead of us. Now, this is just a brief, short video to make sure you're aware of a forthcoming opportunity that's coming up in the markets that was first documented in the Cycles magazine back in December 1969 by our founder, Edward Dewey. And it's a setup that has a very high set of odds of working. And Bill has been researching this, back testing it. In fact, I know Bill's been using it for around about 20 years in the time we've been discussing this. So, Bill, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you, my friend. Tell us about what's going on.
Well, this is, I joined the foundation in 72, and I noticed this article in 69. But let me begin by laying down some parameters. As Edgar Watson Howe once said, a reasonable probability is the only certainty. I think Dewey would agree with that if he's here today. And if one is correct 60% of the time, one can make a fortune. That's an old Wall Street saying. And as Richard Diamond, a professional trader all of his life, trade when you are 85% certain. 100% certain is usually wrong. The 15% uncertainty is a relatively healthy degree of doubt. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Now, in December 69 issue of the journal, FSC founder Ed Dewey published Stock Prices, Mercury and Space. He studied the conjunctions of Mercury and the Sun. This occurs when the pair are 0 degrees apart, which happens about 3 times a year. Dewey indicated the stock prices were strongest when the pair were conjunct in the 10th sector. By 10th sector, he was referring to the astrological sign of Capricorn. Now, this can only occur when the sun is in that sign from December 20th through January 19th. This period does happen to occur in a bullish seasonable period. December has been the strongest month in any year. From 1885 through 2021, the Dow has been up 68.5% of the time, for a 1.35% gain. That's an expected return of 0.93%. That's the highest for any month. So just keep that in mind. We're already at 68.5%, but we're going to go higher. Now, the graph is going to depict the average change of the Dow from 30 days prior to 30 days after the conjunction. The 0 point is the center of the graph. Note the acceleration of the price index. From about 23 days prior to the conjunction into the day of the conjunction, the Dow has risen 84% of the time. In all cases, it's been as high as 89% in the past, and there have been 74 such configurations. Now, that is what it looks like. And the top of that graph, right, where you see the arrow ending and the arrow pointing from 0 down at the bottom of the graph, that is about, that will be about December 7th this year, January 7th. So this effect begins around December 15th, which is a strong period anyway. It's up about 70-something% of the time, I think 70.1 or 2, but this is 84. So there's an extra 14 percentage points of assuredness. And remember, if you can be right 60% of the time, you can make a fortune. So let me go on to say, contrast this. The number is 59%. In other words, for all 852 Sun-Mercury conjunctions, no matter what sign it may fall in, the market rises 59% of the time into it, which is about average. The average month is up 58 to 59% of the time. But the most effective conjunction is in the first week of January. In that case, the seasonal December and Christmas strength is enhanced by the effect of the conjunction. The last such conjunction occurred January 2, 2020. Following a strong December, the S&P rose 5.21%. In the 21 days prior to the January 2, 2020 conjunction. This greatly exceeds the 1.34 gain for the entire month of December. Now, the most effective conjunctions in the 10th sector occur in the first week of January because it gets the tailwind of the December and Christmas strength. The last such conjunction, as I said, was in January 2. And the next occurs on January 7th, 2023. So you take about 3 weeks off of that. You're at December 15th, which is around the corner. After that, we have December 22, 2023, which I think will be an up period, but not as strong. And then January 1st, 2027. So that's how it shapes up, Andy.
So that's great. So let's drill down into this. Can we go back to slide number 5? Sorry, that's number 5. So the peak, the Sun Mercury conjunction. So this is astronomically the Sun and Mercury aligning in the skies, right?
Yes.
For those who are not so familiar with this type of work. So the peak date this year is, did you say the 2nd of January?
January 7th.
7th, sorry, the 7th. And we want to go back, did you say 3 weeks? So the key dates. It's
like 21 to 23 calendar days.
Okay. So if we look at January the 7th, then around about the 15th of December. So that's the key message, is that this indicator, which you said has been accurate up to 89% of the time, suggests that we are likely to see a bull market from around about the 15th of December all the way through into the 7th of January. But of course, it's ultimately about trading the market, isn't it, Bill?
Yes.
Yeah, and not only that, this is a seasonally strong window, as one of our fellow board members, Jake Bernstein, is a big expert on seasonality, so he talks about this as well. But what we're really saying here is that regular seasonality is also combining with this indicator. So this is a very high probability setup, once again, around about the 15th of December through to the 7th of January 2023. So, Bill, any other thoughts to add?
Well, I'll just say that the percentages, it jumps from 70% between those two dates to 84% when this condition is present.
Wow. So that's very high odds. Great. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed that. This is a very brief message. And as ever, make sure you manage your risk accordingly and so on. But this is just one way that cycles can make an input into your analysis and risk management. So thanks very much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.